Lovely. Hello, everybody. It's been just under a year, I think. It is January 7th today, and I think the last time I was on was February 29th, 2024. It's 2025 now. What? Crazy. So today I figured, because I haven't made any videos about the past year, that I am going to do a little reflecting on 2024. I have a whole list of things I want to cover. But also, because people have short attention spans, I'm going to paint while doing it. Now, I'm not a very good painter. I usually paint very little things and little squares, and this is a big guy. So, it's going to go wrong. It's going to be wrong. It's going to suck. And I personally am excited. So don't judge me. Just know that this is for your sake and not so much mine, because I'm going to have to multitask a lot. So I think what I'm going to paint is, considering we're talking about reflecting and the future and stuff, I want to paint just like little parts of what I want my life to look like. And if that doesn't work, then too bad. It's too late. So yeah, that's where we're at. So let's start with, I'm gonna do a little bit of 2024 and a little bit of 2025. So the last update that you heard of 2024 was me going to uni. What the heck? So I went to uni. I did a level 3 course, which I spoke about in the video, and I passed. What? And I got accepted to the level 4 program, and I passed that. So there you go. Basically, I don't really know if I gave too much context in the initial video, but the level 3 was a very general course. So I did psychology, I did math, I did English, and then I did pathway project or acting. And I had a good time. I made a lot of friends, and it was fun. But this is gonna be so hard to multitask. Oh my gosh, I literally can't think. It was fun, but it wasn't, where I wanted to be at, and auditions were kind of slow. I wasn't really booking anything. I did book one thing in February, which was a Woolworths commercial, or countdown, as it used to be called, I guess. So that was pretty cool, and I think it was the first official Woolworths ad in New Zealand, instead of it being countdown, which was pretty awesome. And I thought that they had actually finished, showing it, but I saw it yesterday. It was a YouTube ad, and I was like, okay, awesome, good to know that that's still up. So that was really cool, and it was my first improv audition, and got to meet really, really cool people. I had to pee the entire time, though. That was pretty intense. We were down the back, we were in, I think it was Muriwai, and we were down the back of this farm, and I barely drank water, but because I think there was a river down the back, everyone was thinking of peeing. So me and some other ladies helped each other out, peeing in the bush and stuff. This is professional set. This is Woolworths, for goodness sake. I'm peeing in the bush, which is pretty funny. And I had to pee again, and I didn't get to. We were literally driving back up the farm, and we were passing a toilet, and someone was like, anyone need to go to the toilet? And the costume helper or something, I don't quite remember, I think her name was Olivia or something, was like, no one needs to pee. And I was like, I do. But it's fine. Also, the fact that we were really cold as well, it was kind of annoying, because freezing day, freezing water, and we go in, we get used to the water. The first time around, it's fine. And then they're like, we have to set up for the next shot. So we're going to get you all out, and then we're going to put you back in. Which, if you've been swimming in cold water before, it's a pretty silly idea. Because you get out, and you get warm, and then you have to go back in, and it's even colder than before. And it was. And if you've seen the ad, there's a top-down kind of shot of a bunch of people on inflatables. And I need you to know that all of us in those inflatables, our teeth were chattering and we were so cold. So there you go. Another great thing that happened on that shoot was that we had to eat a lot of fruit for the social media part of the ad. And I am a very, very picky eater, and they gave us bananas, feijoas, less but kind of watermelon, which was actually like really mushy. I don't think it was ripe. I don't think it was like good to eat. So that was great. And apples. Yay, I love apples. But they gave us the feijoas and then they didn't give us a knife. And he just I was like, oh wait, how do I eat this? And he's like, how would you usually eat it? And I was like, I just said I don't usually eat feijoas, but I should have said with a knife, because that's how you eat a feijoa. If you don't know what a feijoa is, you're probably American. Look it up. So great, cool. But that was a really, really cool experience. And it was like my first time on a professional set, first time on a commercial, first improv audition, first like everything. And like I think one of the casting assistants, I think she was, I actually knew her from theatre, so that probably helped my case a little bit. But I think just the fact that I was like talking to everyone and being friendly would have been like, oh yeah, we want to work with this girl. So that probably was in my favour. But I found through that and a couple other auditions, I love improv auditions. They are literally the best. So there you go. Merry Christmas. Anyways, so that was one of the first things I booked, and so that happened during level 3. And like level 3 was so much fun. Like there didn't feel like a lot of pressure. The work wasn't as difficult as I expected it to be. Teachers for the most part were pretty cool. The people were really cool, and like it was like the first time I'd like properly socialized in 4 years, maybe, like with like people who I hadn't known for a while, which was like one of the main reasons why I went to uni, because the socialization of homeschool is not good at all. So that was nice and pretty refreshing, considering I'm quite a social butterfly most of the time, so I was very happy about that. So we finished level 3, and it was really sad because I haven't seen most of those people since. One of the guys went to Australia, which was really sad, and like other people like were still in the same school but doing different courses, and I haven't like seen them around, which is really sad. But it's fine because we get to level 4. Now I was a little paranoid because I was a week late to the semester because I was in Australia, and I was like, everyone's gonna have met everyone and it's gonna be super awkward, but it's fine. So I get there a week late and I get a bit spooked by everybody, and I know a couple of the teachers and stuff, but it's still a little bit like nerve-wracking. So that's fine. But I'm just gonna cover this moon because it's not working. But it's all good. And I find that like I like the course way more because it's so much more catered to film and television, and we get to pick films to kind of analyze, and we get to make our own short films, which is really cool. And like overall, even though it started off kind of rocky with me being really paranoid of everybody, they are like some of the best people I've ever met, some of my best mates, and I've like played Fortnite with them. I'm a gamer now, guys. I'm a gamer, and I'm going to tell you why very soon. But it was so much fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I passed that as well. I think I was top of the class from what I can tell from the grades, so that was nice. I think we bonded a lot because there were quite a few, well, not quite a few, but there were a couple students who weren't very dedicated, and I think that kind of environment bonded the ones of us who were quite dedicated. So that was pretty nice. So that's like the academic stuff. I passed the courses. Everything is great. So relationships, made friends and lost friends, as I said, and then the level 4 people who I'm still in touch with, and we're hopefully going to catch up sometime during the holidays. I think some of them are going through to the degree. One of them has decided to work because I don't think he passed, and then I am taking a gap year. It's like the first thing I should have said. I'm taking a gap year this year, 2025. I basically decided like I'd much rather spend my time taking independent classes and, you know, doing my own projects and stuff rather than like spending all my time in a school. And I talked to some of the lecturers about this, and they actually said something that surprised me. They were like, we really would prefer people who come to the degree to have some like life experience and stuff. And I was like, great, awesome, I'll go get that life experience. I'll see you in a couple years, probably 1 year, but still, because they were like, you're 17, you're young, like you're all good. And I'm like, great. So I basically decided that, well, I won't get into 2025 just yet, but I'm taking a gap year. Merry Christmas, there you go. And I'll be able to see the level 4 people way more often throughout this gap year, which will be really, really cool. Because they're awesome people, and I love them all. Anywho, so as I said earlier, I'm a gamer now. What? Hardly. I play a little bit of Fortnite, play a little bit of Hogwarts Legacy as of late. And that is because I met someone. Oh my gosh, what? This is the girl who said she was never going to get married, never going to have a boyfriend, whatever. Was going to become a lady of cats and things and whatever. But here we are. So I met him in level 3. I met him when I was in the Pathway Project course, the acting course, which is funny because he's actually not an actor. He's a gamer, and he wants to be a zookeeper, and he's the best in the world. So I met him there, and he asked me out, like, end of the first half of the semester, so we have a little semester break, and he was like, hey, can I get your number? Can I get your Snapchat? And I was like, oh, I don't have Snapchat. And he was like, he's deleted Snapchat since then, everybody. And he's like, oh, can I get your number then, or Instagram or whatever? And I was like, yeah, and it was all really cool, and I was like, okay, yeah. And I actually said to one of my mates at the time, I was like, what if he was my boyfriend? You know, I was like, we kind of dress the same. He's kind of cute. Like, the first thing I noticed about him was, like, I really liked his face. So, do with that what you will. And he asked me out. We went on a date, and I remember thinking, like, oh, this is going really well. But, like, neither of us kind of admitted that it was a date. I think we both kind of knew, but we didn't really want to get our hopes up or anything. Like, it's not a date. We know each other. We want to get to know each other a bit better. Like, that's literally the talking stage of a relationship. And we're just like, nah, we're just hanging. We're just friends. But at the end of the day, he asked me to be his girlfriend. And I said yes. And I got scared. I got a little bit scared because, you know, I've never been in a relationship before, neither has he. And it took him maybe like 3 months to like properly win me over. But it's fine. We're together now, and we are like we're very close, and we're like best. It's literally just like, it's like just hanging with your best friend a lot of the time, which is what a relationship should be, for sure. And, you know, like, you get in a relationship, you have all these like deep talks and stuff. He's quite a thinker. You know, you don't really think about gamers as being people with brains, but like, he's just blown me away. He's constantly trying to like do better and grow, and like, I just admire him so much. And he's so kind to me, so good to me. And I love how we keep everything about a relationship private. Like, I'm not going to get into it too much here, but just know I found a good one. I found a good guy, and I'm very happy because they're very rare, especially at my age. You know, they're good ones are a little hard to come by, but yeah, there you go. And we hit 8 months in 3 days. So we've been together 8 months in 3 days. So, and we might go out, and that'll be fun. And I have an outfit planned and everything. So, yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see where this relationship takes the two of us. And like, I'm in it for the long haul if he is. Like, let's go, which he is. So, go me, go us. Very exciting stuff. So that's all the kind of relationship stuff and friendships and things. Work and hobbies. I've got like categories. It's so stupid. So I already told you about the commercial, which is pretty fun. I was also on Shorten Street. I was on Shorty. I was a guest star. I think that's what my role would have been called on Shorten Street, which was pretty darn cool. And I'll put some pictures and stuff up. But like, that was a really cool experience. I think I auditioned on a Monday, and then I got a call Tuesday that was like, yo, because everything on Shorten Street, it's a New Zealand staple. For those who don't know, it's like, if you're from Australia, it's like our home and away, kind of. I don't really know what the American equivalent would be. Maybe Grey's Anatomy or something, but it's not as good as Grey's Anatomy. Um, and everything moves very, very quickly. So I heard back literally the next day, no callback, nothing. And they were just like, from what the casting director told me, she was like, I was a little older than the role was supposed to be, but she was like, it has to be her. Like, she's just too good. And I was like, thank you. Yeah, so I auditioned. I got the call. I got the call in the middle of class, and I went out and I got it. And they told me, and I literally screamed, which was just like, great girl, thank you. Um, and one of my mates walked past and he was like, what happened? And I was like, I got booked in a TV show. And he's like, what TV show? I'm like, I can't tell you. It's like, that's the worst part of acting. It's just like, you can't be open about it with anybody. And I told my boyfriend, and he was really proud of me. And it was all amazing. And I got the script, and it was like 49 pages of script or something. It was a little bit intense for little old me, but that's okay. And it was just like, reading through the script. I got called in to do a table read for the first few scenes with the actors that I was acting with, which was Mona Zia and Courtney Louise, who are on Shorten Street, and they're like so nice. They're such good people. So that was really cool, and it was just such a welcoming atmosphere, and like the directors, because there's different directors for like different things, which I think is pretty usual on soap operas. I think it would, yeah, soap opera. They have different directors for different episodes for the different blocks, so the episodes come in blocks. And they were all super nice, and I got lots of like good feedback and stuff, and it was so cool. And so we filmed around like September-ish, and then the episodes came out December, which was awesome and also so embarrassing because oh my gosh, like it was my first time on TV, like actually having like lines to say. Like the first time ever was an extra job. Second time was the commercial, and then that was my third time, but like first like proper time. So that was pretty awesome. I'm like real good with my CV, and once I get some footage, I'll have like proper footage for like my show reel, which is really awesome. And it's just all exciting stuff, and like that was like the coolest part of my year for sure. Another thing that I did was I was in a musical. I was in an original take of Alice in Wonderland. It was just called Alice the Wonderland Musical, and I played Tweedledee. And in this version of it, Tweedledee is a dice, and I was with my dice Tweedledum, and that was a lot of fun as well. So I'll show a picture of that, and the makeup was like so cool, and it was all just like awesome. So yeah, this year has been like auditions have really picked up. I found I've been auditioning way more, or last year, sorry, auditioning way more, and it's meant to get even more so this year, 2025, which is really exciting, and part of the reasons why I'm doing a gap year, so that I have the brain capacity or whatnot to be able to actually do it and do auditions well, because I tried to do an audition during Shorten Street, and because of all those scripts, and like the scripts change like a lot, and luckily my scenes weren't changed too much, but it was just that worrying of like, do I have to change like what I've already learnt, yada yada yada. But yeah, and that audition just, it wasn't great, and it's annoying because my audition partner was actually an acting teacher of mine, an old acting teacher, and I completely flopped in front of him, and I'm just like, this is not because of you. This is my memory being absolutely fried. Like, I'm so sorry, but it was fine. Yeah, and the last audition that I did after that one, well, there was one I did after that for a feature, which I think went pretty well, and I knew the casting director. She was a lecturer from Unitech, which was kind of cool. And then the one I did after that, which was the last one I did last year, was a improv commercial audition, which I got a call back for, and they made me read with like 2 different guys, which was pretty cool. So that was pretty awesome. Yeah, I haven't heard anything back from that. I doubt I will. The fitting for it is on January 10th, and it is currently January 7th, so I probably would have heard something by now. But you never know. A girl can hope, a girl can dream. It's okay. So yeah, I mean, this next year is really just going to be auditioning, working on my own projects. I've signed up for a bunch of classes and stuff, and I'm going to take a workshop, which will be pretty cool. It's like a physical theater workshop, which is exciting. I've always wanted to do physical theater. It's very like visceral and emotional and kind of gets you out of your head, and like, because with acting you have to be very instinctual, right? And I think that a medium that really capitalizes on that will be good to kind of dip my toes into. Like, I want to gain some more independence. You know, I want to get my learner's license today. I should have gotten, not today, this year. I should have gotten it ages ago. And there were some setbacks that prevented me from that. And then, you know, busy with uni, busy with musicals. I think this is like the busiest I've ever been in a year, and I definitely got quite burnt out. So it's giving more time for other things, but it's also like really striving for like proper balance in between like hobbies and any academic stuff, or, you know, whatever it may be. But I mean, we're a week into 2025, and some stuff has already happened. First day, hung out with my boyfriend because he's so cool. I don't want to do that color yet. The second day, I was filming a web series, which was being directed by someone that I actually met at Unitech, which was pretty cool. I don't really know what I can say, but I got to play someone who was very fun to play. That's where you get to know. Merry Christmas to you for that. I say Merry Christmas all year round, by the way. I've said it a lot in this video, I've realized. I say it a lot. Third day, I got to have a sleepover with someone who I haven't like properly seen for a while. It's really, really hard for us to get together because of my stupid schedule, which will be way more free this year. Mark my words. Yeah, but I got to see her. We watched Mufasa the Lion King. It sucked as was expected. We were going to go watch Nosferatu, but we got the wrong cinema. But I'm really, really excited to see Nosferatu. Hopefully going to see it soon. And then the next day was my Nana's birthday and my uncle's birthday because they're twinsies. And just went out and had a good time there and came home and just chilled. And my boyfriend came to that as well. He's literally just like one of the family now. He's like completely just part of my family, and it's like, it's so nice. I feel like I have like a companion who's my age, who I can like, he can fully relate to me and I can fully relate to him with like different things, and it's just like, it just feels so good, you know. I feel like I really got like a partner now, which is what a relationship should feel like. It should feel like a partnership. So I'm very, very lucky to have that. And then what did we do? Fourth. Oh, that was the fourth. Fifth. I've done some babysitting the past couple of days, which is something else I really want to do this year, is like up the babysitting hours. Just like raising money for films or anything I want to do. There's a film that I started shooting. I don't know if it's the beginning of last year or the end of the year before, but it's one that I literally have one scene left, and it's, the annoying thing is that it's quite lighting heavy, and I'm doing it by myself. I'm doing it by myself for a reason. I could ask for help, but there's a reason behind it. Symbolic reasons. Just doing as much as I can while not burning myself out, you know, like, as I said, balance. I've got all these plans, but I'm not gonna like fully hold myself to anything, otherwise I know I'll burn myself out, or I'll be like, why didn't I get that done? I'm so lazy, whatever. So just being kinder to myself, and like, I want to try and move a lot more. Like, I'm gonna I'm going to go back to dance because I left it this term, and I'm going to go back to that. And I've signed up. I'm going to sign up for a Pilates class, which will be pretty cool. And then I'm doing that whole physical theater workshop, which will be a lot of movement. And I'm my big focus this year is to get stronger and more flexible rather than like skinnier or like have like a flat stomach or whatever, because that's what the world wants. It's what a lot of workout videos say. They're like, oh, 6-day workout to get a flat stomach. And it's like, I don't want that. I want to be able to like lift things and do the splits consistently, you know, like and I want to do better at like dance and physicality. Like I'm taking a big interest in like motion capture recently, and I don't know if there's a lot of like mocap opportunities in New Zealand. I mean, there kind of is with like Avatar and stuff like that, but those are like hard to get into. But I don't know, be a good thing to have on the CV that could help out with possibly getting those kinds of jobs. I mean, yeah, like I don't just want to. I'm rambling on about all the things I want to do, but I have like I have like a basic plan of how I want like a typical week to go. And it's basically like class in the morning or the evening, and then the rest of the day can be for babysitting or hanging out with a friend or hanging out with my boyfriend or hanging out with family or painting or working on a short film or a business idea or like whatever it may be. It's just like there's the learning part of it and then there's the application part of it. And there's going to be way more balance and way more opportunities for like rest and chill and stuff for sure. So it's gonna be pretty good. I can't believe that this has taken me half an hour. I'm gonna finish this. I This is such a long video. There's so many pauses of like I'll cut those. It's fine. But I'm gonna make more of an effort to be more active on social media and stuff because I want to actually like start to like properly build an audience. So we'll see how that goes. But thank you so much if we've gotten this far to watching through this whole thing and just hanging out. And see you in the next one, whenever that is. Hopefully not in a year's time. Adios. I just realized the camera stopped recording the painting, so I don't know when that stopped, but hopefully you got most of it, and I will finish it now. Well, there it is. So I'll just give you a quick rundown of what each thing is meant to represent in my future. So that was meant to be starry, because I want to be at a place where you can see the stars, because if you're in the city or whatever, you can't see the stars. That's meant to be stained glass, because I want stained glass in my house. Weeping Willow, Girl Can Dream. And a lake river thing. I put like silver in it to make it kind of shimmery. I like it. I don't like the rest of it too much, but hey. It was something to do.